Welcome back. I've gotten a lot of requests to do an updated add-on video after my return to Elder Scrolls Online Update 29. This is the video for you. I got some new juicy ones, especially a champion point one that I think everyone's going to love. We're going to do a deep dive into my add-ons and how I use them. Timestamps are below if you want to skip ahead to a certain section or a certain add-on. If you like this video, please subscribe, leave me a comment, and consider clicking that join button on YouTube, as it'll allow me to produce more free Elder Scrolls Online content. Let's get started. So first thing up is, how do you get add-ons? Minion 3 is a program you can download from an external site. There is a link in the description if you're interested. Once you download it, you'll be able to locate your ESO folder, create a little add-on section there, and start downloading, because there's a gazillion of these things out there. Welcome to my new home. Actually, I'm just kidding. This is a friend's. I'm too poor to buy it. But let's go through and break down all these add-ons. Something you'll notice that I do when it comes to these add-ons, I don't have a bazillion of these. So let's go here real quick, hit escape, add-ons. So what looks like quite a lot is actually not, because there's a lot of lib functions which essentially allow other add-ons to run. So I feel like there's a certain threshold, a certain level of add-ons that once you hit, you start performing less and less. You start getting bugs, weird stuff starts working, kind of like modding out games, like single player games like Dragon Age and some of those other ones. So for me personally, I try to limit it to about 10, 15, maybe 20 tops. So keep that in mind. That's what's worked for me. Now let's break it down by categories. First, we're going to start with user interface, the top add-ons I suggest. So, new add-on came out. This is super handy PC. You're able to get add-ons. Look at this sucker. Dynamic CP. Incredible. So what this does is it allows you to see the names of stuff and then quickly be able to actually spec into it. So you can create little specs. Like I have just a standard one that I use, which basically allows me to do these green trees on almost every single character identically. And you can like kind of see very easily what the names are. So when you're writing down these lists and trying to figure out what champion points to spec into, you're clicking around 15 times because we haven't memorized this thing. So again, this add-on specifically is called Dynamic CP. Okay, so make sure if you're a PC player, you're struggling with champion points, pick this up. There's not much to it. Once you get it set, you can hit create new and do a standard stuff. So like let's say VMA DPS. I'll hit save. Okay, save. Say Templar DPS or Council, whatever, which ones you want. Boom, save. And you can apply that later. So you can have a bunch of presets and just kind of respec, especially right now there's free respec. Really handy. Next add-on up is called Bandits user interface. This is like a massive interface that does more than just put your bars together in the middle. I've tried a bazillion different add-ons for user interface, and Bandit seems to be the most effective for my needs because it's not like very resource intensive. So I'm able to get what 3 or 4 add-ons do, 5, 6 in one. So I highly recommend this one over other ones, but try whatever you want. But this one works really well for me. So what I like that it does here is it gets my health bars stacked up here, and you can do it a bunch of different ways. You can also move different frames. So like if you hit move frame, you can move your buffs, your mini map, your meters, like your damage meter here, your target buffs, and so on. So that's really handy. Let's keep going back in here. And then Bandit frames, this is where you can like set your health bar where you want. So bang, right here. So you can get this thing really nice and easy to see. So when you're out doing stuff, having the bars clear across your screen is cumbersome. So it takes me a minute to see where my max magic is. I'm PvPing. I've got a block for stamina. I need to know what those numbers are. Super handy. Another thing it does is it has a side panel up here. Just makes life a lot simpler. So you can just toggle on and off so many different functions. Like look at this, sub-sampling quality. So let's say you're doing a raid or you're doing a PvP raid and it's getting really graphic intensive. You can click it. Another nice thing is the reticle. So it has a really cool reticle that allows you to follow the leader a lot easier. Super helpful if you're in a raid PvP group and you need to follow the crown. Stack on crown. The buffs and mini maps are very convenient, very easily placed. I do not have the damage numbers coming from a user interface. So reason why, it seems like it really bogs down when I do that. So I just rely on the game's combat down here. I just rely on the game's combat text over a user interface for performance sake. But that's just a really quick rundown of Bandits. Give it a try. There's a lot more detail to it, but it's really worth it. Download, you can click a couple different things, get it set up within a few minutes really, and it's really highly functioning. Okay, another add-on that I use that's really handy going to add-ons is combat metrics. Now, I'm not a PvP, just maniac and doing all the trials and stuff, but what I do use is, this is Bandits, right? So Bandits has this built in as well, but combat metrics is a little bit deeper dive. So in my opinion, it'll go in real clear detail, and it talks about uptime. Uptime's really nice for folks that are doing raids, whether it's PvP, PvE. When you get into a big fight, you want to see how often that Warhorn was active, how often was minor sorcery, how often was combat prayer going, because it lets you fine-tune your builds and making sure that people are running the appropriate buffs. This is really relevant for healers, and specifically in tanks and DPS and everyone really. So I know when I'm fine-tuning my healer build, I kind of rely on this. But another reason I really like it is if you hit this info, this eye right here, look at this. So it's really helpful to screenshot your builds. It's kind of just boop, because it has a heavy attack and has the enchant. But if you grab this whole thing, it'll do all your bars, it'll do all of your gear, and it'll do all your CP now too. So really a good add-on for both deep diving and just getting a snapshot of where your character is. Next up is advanced filters. All this does is when you go into your inventory, if you're like me and carry like 1,000 gazillion sets on you, it allows you to kind of sort by priority. So you can sort by level, you can sort by motive, you can sort by head or whatever, and then you can sort by like heavier and light. So it's very handy if you're carrying a bunch of sets or you're looking for something in the bank, because if the more you get of this stuff, you might have a light Julianos and then you crafted randomly a heavy one for a PvP loadout that's a little bit different, and bebopping around in your bank and your inventory can be cumbersome. Just speeds it up a bit. Next add I'm going to show you is Bugeater. This is out of date, but still works pretty good. So, and having those big, huge, massive UI errors on the screen can be really annoying, especially when you log in. All this does is just eat it and put it in your chat for you, so it's not on display, making it really handy. Another helpful add-on before we get to another section is Addon Selector. What this allows you to do is have packs of different types of add-ons. So if you're going to do PvE, PvP, what's really useful is crafting. There's a lot of different crafting ones, and I don't craft on a whole lot of folks, just basically one character king full test. So they're pretty labor intensive, pretty resource intensive. So I like to just have a crafting loadout where I can do my Craftstore, my Writ, my multi-craft, my potion maker. Some of these ones that make just life a lot easier, then it's not running in the background all the time. So Addon Selector, good one. Okay, speaking of crafting, we're going to do Craftstore. So this is kind of useful for tracking traits, but it does a lot of also other handy things like known traits, styles, and so on. Has custom cleans up UI for enchanting. So here's an example of the Craftstore runes. So how it cleans up and makes it really easy to craft these runes. You can select the by jewelry, weapon, armor, rune crafting mode like this. And you can select item, the type of level, so on and so forth. And you can also decon them, extract them really easy, and set like locks on certain ones, refine stack. So really nice add-on this. It makes life easier. But the top add-on you gotta have for crafting is Dol's Lazy Writs. So what this does is, you just saw it, flashes in a second, allows me to pick up Writs, right? And then it kind of mindlessly does them for me just as I enter the crafting station. So let's see. Bang! I crafted my enchanting rigs. I didn't have to fuss with it, figure out what I needed, what I had on me, what to pull out of this thing. It just did it. So let's go here to quest. Crafting Writs. Enchanting. Deliver to the nearest Writ Quartermaster. So what you do is you're basically going to find an area, a town, and please leave a comment if you know one that's really good. I think Rivenspire has one, but you're going to find one with all these crafting stations nearby. You're going to grab all the writs. You're going to turn this add-on on, and you're just going to do them all. You do this on multiple characters. This is a gold spectacular way to farm materials, make gold. It's just really, really good. And this add-on is essential for just banging them out without memorizing or figuring out what you need to do. So we showed you some help the enchanting. This is a helpful add-on for potion making. So what it allows you to do is basically like make tripods really easy. So you select kind of what you want to have happen. And then you select the level, and then you hit like search. So it kind of shows you what the results will be. Highlight the green one that you kind of want. And what you can do is obviously craft it, but you can mark as favorite. So I just crafted all my tripods pretty much, majority of them CZ. I'm lacking a little bit in Columbine. But that's really helpful because this system that it comes with by default is just cumbersome. So when you can actually just go through Potion Maker and mark all your favorites, you can come to this station, bang, I need some spell power potions for a raid, bang, I need some tripods for PvP tonight, and just do it, making life easy on the PC. Some utility add-ons here. Beam Me Up. It's a teleporter, and that's really handy because you can travel to friends or anyone in your guild or trade guilds and so forth. So it can just save you a lot of gold over time. So look, save gold, 7.3. I've been using this for just a few days. There's some people like 100,000, a million gold because they're just using this to transport. I've been the guy that has used a teleport or a way shrine when I'm like this far away. I'm just like, I'm lazy, I want to click it, 300 gold. That adds up. Plus, there's almost always someone on your friends list that's in Deshaun or Alakir or wherever you need to go. So Beam Me Up does a lot more than this, but this is just what I use. Crack the map open, travel to a buddy. So probably my favorite, if not my second favorite add-on is Dressing Room. So with some of these add-ons, you go into controls. This is one specifically. You have to do this. You have to keybind it. So you can initially keybind it, then you can open up in the menu. So I have it at F10. Okay. So you go to add-ons here. There's nothing in here that shows you kind of where it's at. So you're going to hit F10. Right, and it's going to pull up. So as you can see, this is my main character. I play a lot of different stuff. These aren't complete or anything. Most of them are just in testing mode right now. But like, look, Imperial City build. So I got something when I go to Imperial City no CP that I'm gonna run Imperial Physique, which is a really unique set just designed for if you're carrying 10,000 stones around. So I don't have to lug it around. I can just click this. I have my bars uniquely set up. So bang, it just goes right to it. So you hit this, it'll swap out all the gear. Watch. Swap skills out. So now, got my Imperial Physique on. Okay, get that done. Nuke some pugs, whatever, we're good. Now let's go to VMA. And we'll bar swap. Set up our bars. We're good to go. You can take it a step further. And basically you can keybind this. So you can hit like F2 and that's your main build for PvP. F3 is your PvE loadout. You can get nuts with this thing. You can even do like different zones. So let's say you're going into Ethereum Archives doing a trial and you can set up something for trash pulls with a keybind. And you can set up something for single target with a keybind, or you go nuts and just do every single boss you have something a little different. Because sometimes your bars change depending on what boss you're facing in your gear. So people that are really doing something similar over and over and over, or play multiple builds like me, this is a must-have. Because otherwise I'm in my stupid inventory like my whole life, just digging around through stuff. So yeah, Dressing Room, can't say enough good about it. But I think I got one more that might beat it. Ready? And that's Inventory Insight, another one that you need to keybind. Kind of goofy once you download it, you don't know what to do, where to go. So F11 is what I got this sucker on. Click it, bang. Oh my gosh, this doesn't look that great. What is great about it? Look, this is all my crap. This is all my crap. Crap, 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 crap. That's just weapons. Crap, 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 crap. This is all I collected over the years, right? Before the sticker book came out. So it's on a bunch of different mules. What this does is allows you to obviously sort, see where they are. So I got the Craftstore add-on down there. So it says big whatever Jake. He has that. Deltia has that. And so on. And you can do a search function. So let's say I want to find Maelstrom stuff. I want to find a Maelstrom Resto Staff. Here's the 2 that I own. And I want to find it legendary quality, so on and so forth. So you can really drill down in this. So Justin Cleaver has one, Never Skip Lays. I love that I have all these troll names, but it saves me a lot of time because logging in, believe it or not, to get all this stuff, I don't have a bazillion spaces in my bank to store this. So I have to relog over and over and over and over and spend half my day relogging to one character to get this staff, one character to get this shield. Obviously, you get the point. It's incredible. Get it. Okay, we got a couple of map add-ons for you here. Map pins is what we're going to go over first. So when you hit map, there'll be filters. These are some of the default ones. We're going to get to all these quest and goofy ones here in a second. But you'll come down here and you'll see a bunch of different stuff. This thing does like 4 or 5 add-ons in one. Sky Shard's done. Sky Shards you still need. Treasure maps. Treasure chest. This is essential when you're farming dungeons for jewelry and weapons, and they're higher likelihood in these chests. Okay, Undaunted. So if you have to go around and give the drinks to get extra Undaunted points, that used to be a thing. Time rifts, you're doing the Sigic stuff, all sorts of stuff. So, gang, this one does about 15 things in one. What I like is it has Sky Shards, lore books, treasure maps, and treasure chests. That alone makes this one of the best add-ons in the game because I don't have to go download 15 different things to get it. And the other one you see here is called Destinations. So what this does is it allows you to kind of track points of interest, specifically like quest, like vampire or werewolf, some of those things that you need to know specifically when you're trying to drill down where to go. It's very, very handy. So it'll tell you another little loadout of dungeons. Why dungeons are important, especially if you're leveling, as you go to these public dungeons, and for those of you who don't know, when you get inside these dungeons, there's one boss per public dungeon every zone in the base game that will give you a skill point for killing them. So if you're just rolling in there without a map or Google on your phone, checking out a guide, you just have no idea where to go. So when you get down in there, it'll tell you, oh, group boss, you kill it, get 1 skill point, and then it'll kind of tell you all the secondary ones. So all of these add-ons are really just designed to save you time and enjoy the game more. In closing shot here, I just wish this stuff was on some of the consoles because, man, I feel like we have a huge advantage on the PC. And I'm very grateful for all the add-on creators that do this, use their time and energy to create this and help maintain it and make our lives as players a lot better. So those are just a quick rundown of what I'm using. Not so much in comparison to what I've had before, but I run a lot of high frames. I kind of tone my graphics down. Game's running good, sounding good, so I'm enjoying it. So let me know what you like about this video. Leave me a comment if you got something else that I missed. Hit subscribe. Also consider hitting that join button, join Nugget Nation, so we can continue to crank out some more free Elder Scrolls Online content. Thanks for watching.